What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Underdog Eats on Views and I watch Drag Me to Hell with one of the taglines. Even nice people can go to hell. Now, I have some points to talk about in this movie, Jesus. Now, let's just start with the movie, shall we? We're in Pasadena, California in 1969 and we see a big house. We see two cars on the left, and we see a truck coming driving up to the front door, well, to the steps of the front door. The truck stops, and a guy comes out. He runs around to the back and helps a woman off the car. The woman goes running up to the stairs. She runs up the stairs and there's a guard for the gate. So she's slamming the gate and calls for Miss Sean Dina. Miss Sean Dina. Like I said, while slapping the gate. The front door we hear the front door opens and out comes Miss Sean. The woman asks her to help her son, who is now carried by the guy. The mother says that the son for the last 3 nights has heard voices. Miss Sean asks, what did he do? And they said, well, he did nothing. No, what did he do? He stole a necklace or something from a gypsy. And now we see them calling for some ghost, inside, maybe a seance or something like that. I don't know, or exorcism, whatever. And there's something invisible, and it comes inside, and it slaps the mom. It gives a bitch slap, across the face, It punches the father, up side to side, in the belly. And then the boy was at the railing, because the house was big, so you had 2 stairs that lead up, and then you have a railing there, and it goes inside a room, those rich people houses, and the boy was standing there, and he was pushed by that invisible thing, and he fell on the ground, but he kind of got up, and then he was, the floor opened kind of up, it started to crackle, and started to light up, and he got dragged by arms, to hell, and we saw, his arm, well, the floor was kind of, healing itself, sticking out, and then that was the last part that we saw, of it disappearing into the floor. But we're also gonna leave it at that, because, if you want to know what's going to happen next, watch the movie yourself. But, it sounds interesting, doesn't it? There was a scene after our main character, Christine, got cursed by a gypsy, because the gypsy asked for a loan and for an extension or something like that for a house, because she need a few days, And the boss said basically, okay, you have the choice. You can give her the loan, or you can deny the loan and give the promotion to assistant manager. And she, is the shitty part, because she and another colleague who I recognized, that the actor I recognized from the show Grimm, he also played in other stuff, that I've seen him in, but that's the first thing that I saw him in. They were basically in battle for the position of assistant manager. So she denied the loan, and then the woman starts to beg on her knees, and she grabbed her, the skirt of Christine, and something, and Christine said a step back, and then she fell on the ground, and then she immediately, "You shamed me?" No, she didn't shame you. Well, okay, she called also for security after she grabbed her skirt, but immediately, "You shame me?" And then she started all the blah, blah, the gypsy shit, the stereotypical gypsy shit, with cursing and all that shit, now Christine is cursed, and she started, there was a scene that she started to bleed out of her nose, and she's kind of kind of blood came out of her mouth, as a waterfall. It was not really vomiting, but let's say it was a bit vomiting, bloody. And then she covered up her mouth, so it spewed out of her nose, and just like this, and it spewed all on her balls. And he was like, "Well, why did you do this?" Yeah, like she has this in control, dude. Like she has this in control. Really? Why did you do this? Really? Stupid ass. And then when she, left the building, the other colleagues too, he stole some documents from her desk, some important documents. Jesus Christ, what a fucking dick. She went to, a bit later, she went to, to her hand reader, and he said that she can solve this by sacrificing, something maybe small, like a chicken. And she says, "No, no, no, I can't do that. I'm a vegetarian. I work at a pet shelter, of a dog shelter, stuff like that." And then a bit later in the movie, something happened to her, and something happened in the house. That evil creature called Lamia is going after her. And what does she do? She has a cat, so she takes a kitchen knife and stabs the cat. Like, okay, so you don't want to sacrifice chickens, which is, broadly eaten, by almost everybody, but you will sacrifice a cat. That is also, eaten in some places in the world, but not commonly eaten, in the rest of the world. So, it's less common, in the normal world to eat a cat. So, let's say, just sacrifice a fucking chicken. Why the fuck would you sacrifice your cat? Just go to a farm, buy a chicken, sacrifice chicken. Done. No, you have to sacrifice your own fucking cat. First, protesting, "No, I don't want to sacrifice the fucking chicken," then proceeding by, "Let's sacrifice my fucking cat." Really? I'm gonna leave it at that, but before I end this, tonight is a free concert, and this also have to do something with the sacrifice, because we're slaughtering, because here in the Netherlands, in Haarlem, in het slachthuis, or the slaughterhouse in English, but slachthuis is a free concert at 5 o'clock in the evening. The doors go open. I don't mean 5 at night, but 5 a.m. Just before dinner time. The doors gonna open and there's a free concert for. There's a grindcore band, slam metal. There's some slam metal going on. So if you like slam metal, go to Haarlem, go to Slachthuis. It's free entrance. So free concert basically. I'm contemplating if I want to go or not. Maybe not. I just had 3 days off. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I just had those days off, and now today, Monday, I also have 2 days off. So maybe it's a free concert, but I don't know. I have to go, at 3:30. I have to move and travel there. So I don't know yet. Maybe. I'll look. But back to the movie. I'll give this movie high 3, low 4. The movie was actually pretty alright, even though I hyped it so much up, I found the movie pretty alright. So I give the high 3, low 4. But go watch this movie yourself. Maybe you enjoyed more than I did. There were some effects that was pretty nice. I have to say that, yes. But overall, it just didn't really grab me. Later today, we're gonna do Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and also we're gonna start with the Twilight Zone from 1985. The first episode will drop later today, so if you want to see the new Twilight Zone, subscribe to the channel, leave likes, recommend a good hell related movie down below in the comment section, subscribe to the channel, come join Discord, and see you guys later.